Hey guys. Okay, so this is our first day.
This
Cheryl.
is day one of my vegan challenge. So
Wow.
as you guys already know, I've been a vegetarian since 2012. I became a vegetarian while I was living in India. It's a very vegan friendly country, and I knew that if I was going to make the transition, that would be the place to do it, right? Because first of all, you're out of your comfort zone, you're out of your regular habits, and I knew I'd have a lot of options there. So I went vegetarian instead of vegan because it's the easier choice, right? Okay, let's not sugarcoat it. It's the easier choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I made myself feel like, well, I'm not killing animals, so it's okay. But you're still hurting animals when you're vegetarian, even though you're not killing them. So deep down, I had always wanted to go all the way and go vegan, right? So we wanted to start, with this video today and have a little conversation with you guys because today is officially day one of my vegan challenge.
Yay.
And I owe that to this guy right here. I owe that to this guy right here. First of all, we've known each other for a long time now, and he's never ever pressured me to go vegan, which I really, really appreciate, just so you know. You've always kind of like encouraged it, but with such positivity where I never felt like, oh, like I needed to do it now or blah, blah. It was just kind of like, you were a real positive motivator for it.
Thank you.
So the other day, as you guys know, we watched What the Health together. It had a real impact on me. I had some strong feelings about it, and it inspired me to want to do this 30-day vegan challenge, right? So today, welcome to day one. So there are a couple things.
I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
How is your experience so far?
There's a couple things I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to get your reaction on it. So I feel like there's a couple different ways that people go vegan, right? They go cold turkey, where they just cut out everything at once. Or they can go and start cutting out certain food groups at once, where, okay, first they cut out just meat, then they start cutting out chicken, then they start cutting out fish, and then dairy is usually the last thing. So everyone knew that my barrier food, the number one thing that was stopping me from adapting a fully plant-based diet was cheese. So as you saw in our very, very raw videos before a couple days ago, I was worried. I was really worried about giving up cheese. And I have to say today, I feel less worried.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised.
It's not a good reason. It's not a good reason why. It's actually a bad reason why. I kind of OD'd on cheese these past couple days. And I kind of turned myself off from it, believe it or not.
How much did you eat?
You remember a couple of my problem foods, right?
Yes.
I went and kind of make sure that I had all my problem foods one last time. But because, and mind you, I only really have cheese maybe once a week, twice a week at most. So the fact that I had cheese like every day for a couple of days in a row, preparing for this vegan challenge, was kind of gross to me, and it was kind of gross to my body.
Wow.
In fact, I even got this huge freaking zit, which we're not going to zoom in on because, I don't really want to show it to everyone, but you can see it, Gordon.
Oh my gosh, I see it.
So I noticed these past couple of days my skin has been changing a little bit, and I think it might be from ODing on the cheese a little bit.
It is, and as we watched it, the documentary, which is absolutely fantastic, I will highly encourage everyone just to watch for a different perspective, just to see what's out there. And you make up your own mind.
So I'm curious to see, like, at the end of this 30 days, or even just 2-3 weeks in, will my face look different? Will it look more, like clear and vibrant? Not that it like looks horrible right now, but it's definitely not what it was before I OD'd on cheese.
Yes. And then, just if you just take that for a second, you give us two key points that I want to point it out. You've been eating like once a week, right? And then now you went a little crazy on it. Yeah. And I can already tell.
Because I thought I was giving it up for the rest of my life. I mean, yes, it's 30 days, but I'm preparing mentally for hopefully it's more than 30 days,
But I
right?
see the physical changes already. Because you did so much of it, your body is reacting.
Well, that's what I just said, Goran. You don't have to re-point it out that you see physical changes on me. I just admitted to the physical changes. Thank you.
Well, that's just another encourager in a way. You
Yes.
see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm trying to say that there, in terms of like if there's a healthy benefit to it. Let's say if you overeat tomato or overeat
anything.
cucumber,
If you overeat anything,
like are you gonna have the same reaction? I don't think so. You
well,
know?
actually, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I kind of did the same thing with chicken. Right before I gave up chicken,
That's a good sign,
I ate a ton of chicken to the point where I was like, I don't want any more chicken.
That's actually not even a bad concept, I think.
It's not really the recommended way to do this, to go vegetarian or to go vegan, but hey, it worked for me.
You did.
It worked for me.
And I love how you open up this conversation.
I gotta be honest about this, right?
Absolutely, I love that. And the other thing I actually like that's a really good pointer is you said it really well. There's a different phases for different people.
Yeah.
I did the other way. I went slowly with like a food. I start taking certain food out of my diet, and my transition was over 8 months. So everybody has their own story to tell, and there's no such a thing of the right or wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever you want, you know, my friend does 10 days vegan challenge, he calls it, just to clear his body. As simple as that. And then he goes back to his routine.
Just 10 days.
Just 10 days, you know, no other stuff. You know, for us, we're doing this for
long-term goals.
For the long-term goals, and
yeah.
you've been wanting to kind of move to that next step.
But I respect the short-term goals as well.
Absolutely.
Like I think that a lot of people have this stigma, like they have to. It's either one way or the other. You have to be fully vegan or fully vegetarian.
You get it?
Or
Black or white.
Yeah, but you know what? You can actually come up with your own terms.
Exactly.
Like you could even say, "Hey, I'm gonna have 3 cheat days a year." Where I'm allowed myself, one slice of pizza
or whatever.
But point is, you can come up with your own rules. You don't have to be like, oh, it's one way or the other. You
Correct.
can say, I have a mostly plant-based diet, and that's okay too, because you'll see positive changes for yourself, for the environment, and that's your part in helping the animals as well.
Absolutely.
So I want everyone to know that it's okay to come up with your own rules when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for the 30-day challenge, I would like to be 100% all the way,
right.
to really try to see how do I feel differently on the inside and on the outside.
And I wanted to point it out, but prior to that, how long you been vegetarian?
Since 2012.
Okay, so it's been already 8 years. So what I'm trying to say here is you kind of already took 90% of regular dieting, right? So for you, that actually is the last step.
Yeah.
So you see, for me, it took me 8 months, but
because you did everything
I
at
went
once,
from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
In your case, it's almost like, it's okay. It almost feels
stages.
it's okay to do like a cold
Yeah.
turkey on, like cutting on dairy, because that's the last step in a way.
It was my last step.
So it doesn't feel that big.
And very importantly, in 2012, when I became vegetarian, there weren't vegan cheeses like there are now.
Yes.
That's another really big point, right? So when I became vegetarian, it wasn't like I had other alternatives help motivating me.
Yes.
Now there are so many alternatives which I heard that even though if you try a dairy alternative, let's say now when you're used to cheese, once you get those cheese taste buds out of your mind and out of your body, once you try the vegan cheeses, they'll actually be more desirable to you at that point.
They will.
So I'm excited for that moment.
Yes, I think what's gonna start happening, and I like to point this out because I've noticed, and I think many friends that start converting, they keep giving me the same explanation, which is amazing. That it's not only me that experience, but it's it can become almost spiritual as well. But you're gonna start appreciating food more, and at least that happened for me. And the taste of the food, the same food that I used to eat, the palate has changed in my mouth. So I appreciate the tomato. I appreciate the cucumber, the salad. I don't need to put all the crazy dressings and mayo. I love mayo and all that kind of stuff, to stuff it up, right? So I start appreciating the basics of it. And that was really profound for me. I don't know. And I want to know that.
After having all of these cheese dishes these past couple of days, my body actually started craving something healthier. Wow. Because I was not even used to that, right? Like I actually have a fairly pretty healthy diet. So I was kind of sick of cheese. I just didn't even want it anymore. And I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for some greens and just some stuff that's like, you know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I just started feeling icky. Which was really cool because it made it so much easier for me to do this 30-day vegan challenge. I started today excited instead of worried. And if you remember how I acted a couple days ago.
You guys, you saw it probably in the earlier episode.
Yes. I was worried as hell. I wasn't even close to ready.
But look at her now.
Yes, but today
I'm very excited. I was a little bit getting nervous to kind of feel how are you gonna feel.
And will I survive
Correct.
it, right? Now I'm much more confident about surviving it.
Absolutely. I love that. So that's another strategy, you know, you may want to use. The other pointer, why not? I mean, it's not for a long time. So, you know, that's a vegan who's talking like, eat more cheese, right? That's crazy.
I mean, hey,
but like, if you overdo
turns you off of it, I mean, it is one strategy, but it's not the preferred strategy.
It's not the best strategy. I agree. And we are not giving any suggestions, right?
Yeah.
This is
just an honest story.
Honest story. But the other thing you really pointed out was very interesting in this whole thing. You were eating cheese once a week, right? Mm-hmm. So there's somebody out there, they may be eating almost every day. Mm-hmm. So all I'm trying to say, we have to, if we are going to go into that, maybe we can start easing more on it. Like maybe if you're eating every single day, or maybe even twice or 3 times a day, you know, I don't know what's your story in terms of the meat, in terms of the dairy products or whatnot. Maybe instead of like do the cold turkey right away, because your body will react, not because vegan diet or plant-based diet is wrong. It's just because your body
try having dairy once a week.
Right, or even cut out, if you're having twice a day, cut it out maybe once a day, once a week.
How about whatever your percentage is, cut that down 10%. By 10% every week, you know? Whatever it is.
I like that.
That's personal for you.
I like that.
That's personal for you.
And whatever that is, I like that. Just cut it 10%, whatever that is.
And each week another 10%.
And the next thing you know, you feel you're
that's
gonna start.
That's a super easy way to transition.
It is. Yeah, I love that.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be, keeping a very nice little diary for you guys, a very personal, very honest diary throughout, the next 30 days. And day 1 was a success. So, but that was the easy part.
So the challenge vegan accepted.
The challenge begins. Oh, that's gonna make a noise.
I know. That's okay. I wanted to see the.
But yeah, so I mean, it's official now. It's totally official, and I hope that this means that I can be a permanent vegan after the 30 days. But if I end up coming up with my own little,
cheat
rules, my own little rules with my own little cheat days a couple times a year, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But obviously the main goal is to be 100% plant-based. But hey, 95% plant-based, I'd be super happy with that as well.
Awesome.
So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. You guys root for me, okay? Root for me.
And make a comment if you know about the really good vegan cheese. Let's get her in.
Yes, Follow Your Heart is one that we both like. That's a good brand.
It's a really good brand.
But one of these days we also want to do another video for you guys just all about reviewing vegan cheeses.
So. Oh, I love that. Ooh, yes.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Make sure you show us some love. Comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up, and we'll see you soon.
Till next time, guys. Bye.